College News, brought to you by the Murray State News.
Hello, and welcome back to another edition of the College News. I am Maggie Holmes. As the semester comes to a close, it appears that the Murray State community has fought hard against COVID-19. Let's look at the numbers. There were a total of 2 faculty and staff cases and 14 student cases for a total of 16 cases for the week of November 2nd to November 8th. To learn more information, you can visit www.murraystate.edu/racerrestart. While the campus cases have declined, Callaway County has once again re-entered the red zone. Red zone counties are advised to follow a list of recommendations issued by Governor Andy Beshear. Some of these recommendations include allowing employees to work from home when possible, enforcing the mask mandate, and reducing or canceling large public events. For more information, please visit govstatus.egov.com/KY COVID-19. Scheduling for winter and spring terms has begun. Students cannot register for classes until they complete the alcohol and drug training, the Title IX awareness training, harassment prevention training, and the Racer Safe and Healthy checklist, and met with their academic advisor. Once all holds are lifted, students can go schedule classes by going to the academic tab on MyGate. It has been a challenging semester. Presley Woodrum takes a look back at this historic semester.
Hi everyone, this is Presley Woodrum. Today I'm going to be talking to some students on campus and just going around the campus and getting a feel for what fall 2020 in the midst of a pandemic looked like.
Fall 2020 has been anything but ordinary. The entire world has been trying to adjust to the madness. Handling the stress of college and the pandemic put a lot of weight on students' shoulders. Zoom classes, mask wearing, and social distancing is the new normal. This combined with a shortened semester and added hours has greatly affected students. I spoke with 2 students to see how their semester has went so far.
No big events, and which is something like we're used to, especially like in Greek life and in college, being able to gather with all our friends. So it's just felt really different not being able to have all these events that make college like feel like college.
Mm-hmm. And how has it been different academically for you?
Well, with the shortened semester, a lot of the professors have assigned makeup hours and built it into their syllabi. So on top of all the normal stuff that we have to do for this semester, we have all these extra assignments, but we don't have extra hours in the day, and we have less weeks of school. So at times it has gotten a little stressful.
So the fact that we don't have as many breaks I didn't think it would bother me too bad at first going into it, but having gone through it now, I definitely think that it has been a little challenging for me because I feel like I've really overexerted myself throughout the semester. I've gone without stopping and without having any breaks, so I haven't had a set time to, kind of unwind and motivate myself to keep going for the rest of the semester. So not having breaks, I definitely understand, might cause some people to have a little bit less motivation towards the end of the semester, which is something I might be experiencing now.
I'm getting that too,
yes.
honestly.
Despite this craziness, a constant has remained in the fact that we are resilient racers. We have overcome these obstacles and will continue to in the future.
Thank you, Presley. With finals week approaching, it is imperative that students start paying attention to testing dates. Finals begin next Wednesday, November 18th, and run through Friday, November 20th. Here are the dates for finals. For more information, visit www.murraystate.edu/academics. Election Day has turned into Election Week. Levi Brandenburg gives us the update on the 2020 election.
Thank you, Maggie. After 4 days of counting in many states around the country, on Saturday, November 7th, 2020, former Vice President Joe Biden was projected to have surpassed the necessary 270 Electoral College votes and became the new President-elect of the United States. President Trump has refused to concede, launching many lawsuits across the country and questioning the results' legitimacy. I sat down with Dr. Drew Seib to ask about the election and how it turned out how it did.
Go to vote on election day, what we're actually doing is selecting a slate of electors to go and vote on our behalf in the Electoral College. It's essentially a system of representation.
One major point of discontent was the length of time it was taking for votes to be counted in many states.
We're always counting votes after election day. Most states are. The catch is that what happened this year, there really kind of a couple of things going on. One, there was a large increase and absentee or early voting. And so this led to that increase in the number of votes that, in the case of Pennsylvania especially, Pennsylvania couldn't start counting those votes until Election Day.
Despite this contentious election, it is highly unlikely that the results will change as we go into December and January. Back to you, Maggie.
Thank you, Levi. Hopefully all the votes can be tallied soon. Businesses have struggled with a decrease in customers since COVID-19 hit. Mallory tells how One Student Hangout is coping.
The Burrito Shack has always been a nice place to grab a quick bite to eat between classes. They offer quesadillas, burritos, tacos, and much more. Because of hybrid and online classes, many students do not leave their homes often to go out to eat. Owner Matt Jingles says business in general has not been what it was in the past.
There's been a big drop in students coming in. I think a lot of it has to do with COVID, and then a lot of it has to do with Sodexo as well.
The Burrito Shack posted on their Facebook that there is plenty of parking and seats because there are hardly any students on campus. For those that do not want to come inside, they offer other options.
Do chow now on our restaurant, so you can get curbside pickup. We go through Murray Eats as well for delivery.
For the College News, I'm Mallory Halava.
The Murray State men's and women's basketball schedules were released earlier this week. The women's team starts this season on the road November 25th at Kentucky, and their home opener is December 1st against Evansville. The team closes out this non-conference segment on December 14th against North Alabama. The men's team begins its season at home for the first 2 games. The home opener is on November 25th against Prussia, and the next home game is on November 28th against Kentucky Wesleyan. The team plays Austin Peay December 8th at home and in Clarksville on December 21st. The OVC regular season ends with a 4 home game stretch, and the final road trips of the season will be February 25th and 27th. Both the men and women's teams will play in the OVC tournament March 3rd through March 6th. After having to postpone their seasons due to COVID-19, Murray State soccer and volleyball are excited to announce their spring schedules. Women's volleyball will hit the court the first week of February. They are scheduled for 16 games, competing against conference teams only. Soccer will kick off its 10-game season March 2nd. Details about the Ohio Valley Conference tournament will be announced at a later date. For a look at all sports schedules, you can visit goracers.com. This year, sororities and fraternities are having to make alterations to their philanthropy events because of COVID-19. The Alpha Sigma Alpha sorority is still working hard to make children's Christmas wishes come true.
Alpha Sigma Alpha's philanthropy event, Toys for Tots, looks a little different this year. Toys for Tots is usually a dinner where families from the community get gifts that the sorority bought especially for them. This year, there is no dinner, but there are still gifts being distributed to children of the community. Mara Bookhout, who is in charge of service and charitable giving for Alpha Sigma Alpha, says they are dropping off the toys to the local schools this week instead of hosting a dinner.
Our sisterhood really wasn't able to interact as much as usual, and then now at this point we just drop the presents off at the school instead of doing like a dinner where we provide food for them and they get to meet Santa and all that stuff. So really we're just providing the presents instead of actually interacting with the children and their families.
Bookout says when she came to Murray State, she was excited to be involved with the university, and she didn't realize how much the community impacts her and her education.
The community sacrifices a lot for Murray State, and using our resources and our opportunities as college students to give back to the community is really important because, I mean, Murray State wouldn't be Murray State without Murray and vice versa.
For the College News, I'm Mallory Halava.
Now to Levi with this week's weather.
Thank you, Maggie. Today and tomorrow, we should expect pretty good weather with a couple of clouds and highs in the low to mid 60s. Friday, we should expect sun and temperatures about the same. Saturday and Sunday is when things are going to change a little bit. On Saturday, we should expect rain with a couple of thunderstorms possible and highs in the low 70s. Sunday, the temperature should remain the same, but we should have clouds with maybe a chance of showers. Monday and Tuesday, we're going to return to the trend of earlier in the week with temperatures in the low 60s and sunny weather both days. Thank you.
Thank you, Levi. The end of the semester is coming soon. That means that the holidays are near. Things will be different this year because of COVID-19. Some students are not gathering with their families, while others say they're not breaking from tradition. Mallory has more.
The holidays are a time for families to gather together. This year, we will have to settle for coming together, but 6 feet apart. The CDC defines gatherings as a planned or spontaneous event, indoors or outdoors, with a small or large number of people in attendance. The lowest risk gathering is a virtual event. The more risk is a smaller outdoor gathering with social distancing. The higher risk events are medium-sized in-person gatherings with attendees from outside areas. And the highest risk events are large in-person gatherings where it is difficult for individuals to social distance and where attendees travel from outside the local area. Junior Hannah Anderson says her family is trying to take the safest measures this holiday season.
We've kind of decided to not do any big family gatherings. We're kind of just going to do it with the people we live with, just because we want to be safe and we want to keep everybody healthy this year.
Sophomore Amber Shepard is taking a different approach.
We're still going to have our regular Christmas gatherings and Christmas parties and stuff, but we're still going to be really careful and wear masks and try to social distance as much as we can.
No matter your plans this holiday break, remember to stay safe and healthy, racers. For the College News, I'm Mallory Halava.
And now, as the semester is coming to a close, the College News would like to let you know that this would be our last newscast until February 2021. Don't fret, we will still have news coverage throughout the break on thenews.org and our social media sites. This is also the last week to pick up the print edition of the Murray State News until January. We want to leave you with some of our bloopers while filming this semester. Payment include cash, check, and card. Oh my gosh, that was 3 words. Okay. Else tomorrow. Until next week, stay safe, Rafers. Rafers. What is the last word?
It's Murray State of. Thanks, Lacey. Looking forward to this week. The weather is looking pretty good. The beginning of the week is going to be sunny with a Okay. I'm so.
Skies in the high 50s and low 60s.
Excellent.
What? Oh, I didn't get to smile. I thought it was all. I just went black.
Well, I think you did fine.
It was good.
All right, I didn't smile at the end. I was like, where'd it go?
Thank you for joining us once again. We will see you next semester. Good luck on finals, racers.